It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see DJ Moore. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Bears and the Jags, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd.
The Jaguars defense out to go to work here. Sensational a week ago in the victory. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he really played well last week. This whole defense did, as a matter of fact. Anytime you can hold your opponent under 10 points, you've got a great chance to come away with a victory, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 17 carries, 56 yards.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devin Lloyd. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Foye, Sade, and Lewican make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've got the 3-0 advantage here as this next drive starts. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They had the pick six just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop.
Don't jump. Ready? Hurry up, hurry up.
Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. $10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Again, it's Cook. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, Cook trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the #1 thing, take care of the football.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They run the option on second down. Fields hit and the ball is loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game and how that would affect you moving forward? Well, for him, high and tight, just like a good haircut. Never go wrong that way. Hold that football.
And he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go, Ty. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Dance, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, here's Fields. And the pressure gets to him again. Devon Hamilton in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable 3rd quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Fields throw here into the hands of Moore. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
A fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a 1st down.
You know what we need, baby. Let's go, fellas. Don't jump. Ready?
Fields on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Foyesade Aluakin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On second down, here's Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've pitched the shutout here into the fourth quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here. On first down, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second and 10. Fields again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Here we go, Scott.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they...
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've put in a very good shift so far. This one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the fourth as this next drive starts 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
Now a first down throw. Fields. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Fields. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fields now to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side, and this offense, they've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been an all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25.
Here we go. Good.
Throwing after the interception. Fields. It's caught by OBJ. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep. So for Jacksonville, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.